September 11th attack shook the nation. Millions of Americans remember the nearly 3,000 people killed. Ceremonies were held in New York, Pennsylvania, at the Pentagon, outside Washington, and across the nation today. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jamie Sherrod. CBS News correspondent Bradley Blackburn reports from the site of the Twin Towers attack in New York.
At sundown, the tribute in light filled the New York sky, marking the spot where the Twin Towers once stood. During Saturday's Ground Zero ceremony on the 20th anniversary of the September 11th attacks, there was silence and remembrance.
I remember this day as if it was yesterday.
My cousin, Brian Christopher.
Dad, we miss you every day. Our greatest gifts are your beautiful grandchildren.
Bells tolled at the exact times tragedy struck on that sunny Tuesday morning 2 decades ago. Former Presidents Obama and Clinton joined President Biden at the memorial in Lower Manhattan. Retired New York City fireman Kevin Kelly lost several friends and colleagues on 9/11.
It's easy for somebody who wasn't down there, who didn't experience it, to just remember it one day a year. For me, it's every day.
The number of victims from September 11th continues to grow. It's estimated more people have died from 9/11 related illnesses than the nearly 3,000 people who were killed on the day of the attacks. The President and First Lady laid a wreath in Shanksville, where the passengers and crew of Flight 93 fought back against the hijackers. Former President George W. Bush spoke at the ceremony.
These Americans were brave, strong, and united in ways that shocked the terrorists, but should not surprise any of us. This is the nation we know.
At sunrise, a flag unfurled at the Pentagon, and President Biden made it his last stop of the day. Taps sounded there and closed out the ceremony at Ground Zero. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Former President Trump, who did not attend any of the ceremonies, visited a New York police station and firehouse. Locally, Mid-Michigan communities also recognized and paid their respects to the thousands of people who lost their lives on this day 20 years ago. TV5's Trevor Sahaki reports on a memorial in Fenton, remembering September 11th, 2001.
The sights and sounds at a somber Fenton Fire Department 9/11 memorial today, with speeches by community and faith leaders.
We were in Mott Community College taking classes that GM sent us to.
That's when Fenton resident Ken Stone found out the towers fell.
We were in big trouble immediately.
Like many Americans, he did his part to help Manhattan and the country.
Back in the day, we worked at Truck and Bus, and they gave us all FDNY hats because we donated our labor. GM donated the parts, and we delivered 3 trucks down to New York.
9/11 resonates with everyone, no matter who you are, whether you helped send supplies to New York or even if you weren't born yet.
I may have been born in 2004, however, I can assure you that I was standing right there behind you, and I was tearing up when they played Taps.
Friends Ethan Clark and Joseph Asbury came to pay their respects and visit the fire department's memorial with a bit of World Trade Center steel.
I'm here because I feel, again, as it's my duty to be here and help set up, make sure everyone's remembered, honored, and thought about, because we can never forget about this moment in history.
And on this 20th anniversary, a reason to look toward a brighter future.
Just the individuals in the community that came out and came together as a community. Those are the type of people that came together on 9/11, and I truly believe that this is what America is.
The event also featured guest speakers, which included the mayor and city manager of Fenton.
Oh, well, here we are. I'm sorry.
Well, TV5 is remembering Alison Payne, a former anchor at the station, after news of her passing. She worked at TV5 for many years before moving to Chicago to work for WGN-TV. Payne covered stories around the world, conducting interviews with former President Barack Obama and Reverend Jesse Jackson. After suffering a series of unfortunate health events, Payne moved back to Detroit, her hometown. She passed away September 1st at the age of 57. Well, still unfolding tonight, state police responded to a call of a suspicious package in Sanford today. The Jerome Township Fire Department says MSP's bomb squad eventually cleared the scene. Troopers found the incident to be a false report after nothing was found. State police are investigating a shooting in Saginaw. It happened last night on South Washington near Banner Road, not far from Mount Olivet Cemetery. Investigators confirm someone was shot, but say they are expected to survive. Police released no further details. Well, more local news, a sure sign that fall is approaching. Johnson's Giant Pumpkin Farm is now open in Buena Vista Township. The farm started welcoming guests at 9 this morning and remain open until 7. Tomorrow, Johnson's will be open from 10 to 4, as well as every weekend through the end of October. And graffiti artists from Saginaw, Flint, Detroit, and Chicago were in Old Town Saginaw earlier today for the first ever graffiti showdown. Their canvas, the street art park under the Court Street Bridge. 10 featured artists spent hours leaving their marks on the city. A warm night across mid-Michigan as we take this live look over Bay City. Plenty of sunshine today, but will that trend continue into tomorrow? Meteorologist John Gross is in the First 105 Weather Center tracking that forecast. Hi, John.
Yeah, hello there, Jamie. It does look like we will get our fair share of a few storms as we go into tomorrow. Not looking to be a widespread thing, so hopefully you did enjoy some of the sunshine that we did have earlier today. I'll show you what's going on the Sky Tracker, and it's not looking too impressive, but there is a storm system on the other side of Lake Michigan, and there will be a cold frontal boundary moving in from the northwest, eventually down throughout the southeastern sections of mid-Michigan as we go into the day tomorrow. That does look to be our lifting mechanism to get a few storms developed. Temperatures out the door right now, you've got upper 60s and the lower 70s as it's 11:07. As we go into the overnight period tonight, temperatures will vary based on where you're at. We'll call for 50s the further north you go. Looks like it's going to be low to mid 60s from the Tri-Cities, the Thumb, and points south as we go into your Sunday morning. But that chance for a few storms will be possibly on the strong to severe side, especially as we get into the afternoon and evening, with damaging winds and hail being the main threats. We're going to break that all down coming up here in your full forecast in just a little bit. Jamie, back to you.
Thank you, John. Well, the COVID Delta variant continues to surge in the U.S. The response from health officials as thousands gather for college football. More local news now. The annual Bikes on the Bricks Festival continued in downtown Flint. Earlier today was the 50-mile charity motorcycle fundraiser ride in honor of the co-founder of the event at Henderson, who recently died. Events included stunt performers and the deceptively difficult police training course.
Different forces are going to compete against one another for the bragging rights. So, you know, who can ride their motorcycle the best to the course. It's very tough to do. Easier said than done.
The festival runs through tomorrow with the opening ceremony beginning at 10 a.m., followed by a motorcycle show that showcases unique bikes. The beer tent runs from noon until 4. Well, deer season gets underway this weekend with the Liberty Hunt continuing tomorrow. This part of the hunting season is geared toward younger hunters and hunters with disabilities. For more information, just head to the hot link section of WNEM.com. TV5 News at 11. We'll be right back after the break, and the Powerball drawing will happen in just a few moments.